hope this video finds you all doing well and kept and comforted and protected. I have a video to share with you guys about Pippi Longstocking. And Pippi Longstocking came to me in a dream a few days back. I am experiencing some, I don't know if you want to call them flashbacks, but just some good dream state memories of my childhood. And I wanted to share that with you guys. I did put on my community post that I was going to make a video about this because it was so pertinent to me and what I'm trying to do to grow myself and try to get back to myself. She came to me in a dream the other night, and I woke up and I had my coffee and I said, you know what? I said, let me watch the Pippi Longstocking movie because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. And man, was it fun to watch her. It was fun to watch her. I'm going to leave the link in the description box if you want to check it out. It's hilarious. It's funny. If you can get past the voiceovers not matching up with the actual picture, you can get past it and, you know, maybe pick up the points that I'm trying to share with you in this video. But I remember Pippi Longstocking when I was a little girl. I had a doll baby of her. I had a nightgown with Pippi on it. I watched it as a cartoon, but it was a movie. And I didn't make the connection about that until just recently, when the Most High opened up my dream state and opened up my childhood dream state. So I just wanted to share this little quick rundown of my reflection of how I saw her when I watched the movie just recently. Now, Pippi Longstocking was, I don't know if she was you want to call her an orphan, call her what you want. Her mom had passed away and her father was, I don't know, she said that he had went overboard on sea or something like that. Well, her father wasn't around either. Her father didn't come back around until the end of the movie, which was very symbolic, and I'll touch on that at the end. But Pippi Longstocking, it was a German-Swedish co-production, right? I think that movie was made back in the 1973, 1974, I'm not sure. But she was a kid who was a very free-spirited individual. She did her own thing. She was very independent. And she ended up landing in this neighborhood. And she was just living her own life, you know, and people had a problem with her. And it was very visible how her independence and her free spirit was just so bothersome to the adults in the community that she was in. She had a house called Villa Cola on the corner, very colorful house. It was like a big candy house on the corner, and she moved in it. She moved in it with her pet monkey, Sir Nielsen. She came into the neighborhood on a horse, a polka dot horse, you know, a very vibrant-minded kid. Vibrant. Her clothes was vibrant. She wore these big, huge elf shoes. And she wore them because she wanted wiggle room for her feet. just whatever her essence is what made her character. And I believe that I identified with her at such a young age because mentally I felt much entrapped. But when I watched her, when I was small, I identified with how free she felt and how her freedom was shared with everybody that she encountered. The adults in the neighborhood. She wasn't in school. She didn't have parents. The teacher wanted to find out who this kid was so that she could be put in school. She didn't have parents, so she needed to be put in school. You know, she had dealt with 2 policemen in the area that were trying to capture her the whole movie and put her in school and control her and run her. She didn't like school. Pippi wasn't a kid for school. She didn't want to go to school. And she wasn't going to go to school. She had bank robbers, right? She had 2 robbers in the movie that tried the whole movie to take her money. And she just handled things. She was a kid, but she handled her business like an adult. She had 2 friends by the name of Tommy and Annika. They were in the neighborhood. And those were her first friends that she encountered when she got to that town. And she clicked with them, and they went on adventures and did a lot of fun things together as kids. And she was living freely. She had her own money. She had her own house. She had the biggest house in the neighborhood. Oh, who moved into the house? A little girl moved into the house? Yeah, she moved into the house on her own. Pippi could cook for herself. Pippi could clean for herself. Pippi could do it all. She did it all. Nobody saw her uniqueness. And if they were to see that uniqueness, they looked at that and they ostracized her for it. And they tried to put her in a box. And Pippi couldn't be put in a box. And she allowed herself to be known to the world that she couldn't be put in a box, right? So that's a lot of the time how I felt when I was small. I was placed in a box. And sometimes that box was so small, I had no wiggle room. I was just put there and placed there. Seen but not heard, right? Seen but not heard. The problem that came across throughout the whole movie was that she gave. Pippi gave so freely. You know, there was a point in the movie where she went to the candy store and she bought all this candy for every kid in the neighborhood. There was a time in the movie she went to the toy store and she bought every kid in the neighborhood a toy. She just gave so freely. First, she gave it because she had it to give. And she gave it without any explanation or any type of desiring to have anything given back to her. That's commendable. To be a kid at that age that gave so freely. Not because she wanted anything. It was because who she was. And God said, watch this video, watch this movie, and pull out the points that you can identify with Pippi. And I said, okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Look, I wrote notes and everything. It was that serious. It was that serious, right? It was that serious. So, she took good care of herself, and she took good care of the people that were around her. The bully in the neighborhood, she stood up to the bullies. She handled the bullies. The bullies ended up being scared of her. She stood up for a kid that couldn't defend himself. And Pippi said, oh, you can't defend yourself? Let me go out here and handle your bullies for you. That was my favorite part of the movie, when she went out and she handled the bully. And she flung the bully up in the tree. And the bully couldn't even get back down. She had two thieves throughout the whole movie. They were trying to steal her bag of gold. The thieves even came to her house and tried to take her money from her. Lied and said they were hungry. They lied and said they were hungry. They actually tried to come in to steal her gold. When they couldn't get the gold, they ran off, escaped. And Pippi said, they left too soon. I was going to give them a gold piece. Somebody tried to take from her, couldn't get what they wanted, they left. And she said, I was going to give them some gold. Damn, I was going to give them some gold pieces. I was going to give it to them. I was going to give them, I was going to bless them. I was going to bless them. They came in here to rob from me. I was going to bless them anyway. They didn't have to do that. Did they get the gold at the end of the day? They tried. They tried many times to take her money. They never got it. No, they never got it. Minded her business. She just had an essence to her that I feel like I've always had in myself. I always give. I never expect anything back, right? Because what you put out, when you put it out, just put it out. Put it out there and leave it. Put out good and just leave it and just see what happens. Just see what happens. Put out positivity. Just put it out there and just leave it. And the universe always provided for Pippi. Pippi never lost her spirit. She was always taken care of. And it was such a warm feeling for me to know that my dream state and breaking from mind control that was placed on me for so long. And my dream state brought me back to that. She was a solid one. You know, if you roll with Pippi, you know you was rolling. You was rolling. And Pippi had your back. You know, you never had to question her loyalty. You never had to question whether or not Pippi was going to share something with you, because she was going to share it with you. And she was going to have fun when she was doing it. And she was going to make sure you had fun while y'all were doing it. Whatever that was. Whatever that was. Tommy and Annika, they went on adventures, all kind of adventures. I'm not talking about the recent Pippi with this new cartoon crap and all this 2023. No, I'm talking about the original Pippi Longstocking movie. whatever you want to call it. I admired her for that. And I thank God so much that she came to me and she popped in my head, and he told me, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. There's something in there for you. I said, okay, God, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it. And as I watched the movie, it just brought back so many memories of how as children we can feel boxed, and as children we can feel like we're being controlled, or we're being compartmentalized. And as a child, you can't get out of that because you're a child, right? The adults that are superseding over you need to be nurturing you, need to be formulating and cultivating that love and that self-dignity. And I think a lot of us may not have gotten that as a child. Maybe we were put in a box and closed off and made to be seen but not heard. So I just wanted to share that. It was a wonderful memory. And it was a good feeling. I haven't laughed and cried so much at the same time as when I went back and I watched the original video. I'm going to leave the link in the description box if you have a chance to catch it. It's funny as hell. Pippi's funny in that movie. She has such a sense of humor. She stood up to the adults and was just like, just hitting them with left and rights. Like, you know, the teacher, Miss Priscilla, went around town. She doesn't have any parents. She needs to be in class. She needs to be in school. Pippi said, no, I don't. What you talking about? I don't need to learn nothing. I am the school. I am the school. I am the teacher. I am the police officers. I'm all of that. Pippi even had a hot air balloon. She had a hot air balloon, y'all. Come on, with sand in it and everything. If you go and watch the movie, she had a whole tree house with drinks in it. Tommy and Annika said, what are you doing? She was like, I'm pulling out drinks. Yeah, I'm popping bottles. It was lemonade, of course, but just, man, it's wonderful. It's a funny ass movie. It's wonderful, and it brought me back and it drew me back to my childhood, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. You know, don't ever allow somebody to put you in a box, okay? We're too big of beings to be placed in boxes. Don't ever let nobody put you in a box. You don't belong in a box. You just don't. You know, we're made to fly freely in our existence and in our souls and in who we are as individuals. And I hope that I could have helped you to maybe remember a little piece of your childhood. No matter how good or bad it was. What was that little piece of thing? What was that cartoon? What toy did you have when everything was shaking and you could go back? It had to be something. Because if you're an adult now and you made it through your childhood, there's something. Think about it. For me, as a little girl, that was Pippi. And I'm glad Pippi came back to me. Thank you, Pippi. I hope to meet the real Pippi Longstocking one day before I leave this world. That's on my bucket list. I gotta meet the real Pippi. I have to. So I send blessings to you on this day. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being blessed. I hope you're keeping the bullshit out your way. And stay strong. Take care.